Hola, hola, mis madres poderosas. How are you? Bienvenidas a mi canal. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Karina and I am a homeschooling mom of three wild, energetic boys. And on today's video, I wanted to just share with you mamas three very important life lessons homeschooling has taught me over these 2 years of taking this journey of homeschooling. And I feel like homeschooling is an excellent way of exposing those areas in our personal lives that we should be working on, because it's not the fact that it's not just us that needs it, but because our children are with us 24/7, it kind of puts us in a position of, showing up to be better and to do better, because they are watching us 24/7. And I'm sure a lot of you have heard that children pick up on our actions more than they do in our words. So it's brought me to this place of like, I need to analyze these areas of my life that need improvement. So the first life lesson that homeschooling has really taught me is to be consistent. In the Webster Dictionary, the definition of consistency is always acting or behaving in the same way. Consistency is key, because if we're constantly, learning, and don't get me wrong, it doesn't have to be learning and like sitting down workbooks, worksheets, and like, I often see that when the boys have learned a certain word, a certain animal, whatever they have learned, and we're out in the public eye, they love to be pointing out what they know. And that makes me feel very good, because it makes me realize like they are learning, they are picking up on what we're learning. Being consistent in, for example, myself waking up early, like 30 minutes to an hour before the boys wake up. That way I prepare myself mentally to be able to receive my boys with the most positive mindset that I can, because I feel like that is my job, is to show up to be the best I can be for them. Because I'm sure we've all heard that, like, we are who we surround ourselves with, and my children are with me 24/7, so I learn with them and they learn from me. So my job is to set that example for them, in a consistent way. Now, don't get me wrong, I do understand that life gets in the way, and I feel like that leads to my second important life lesson that homeschooling has taught me, is to be that it's okay to take breaks. And the reason that I say it's okay is because I have fallen into that guilt of, if we're not doing something that day, I feel like a failure, like they're not learning. Or I get so caught up into, things around the house, dinner, fold laundry, you know, plan for, our homeschool year or whatever, however we're doing it, that brings a lot of pressure to me sometimes, and I get so overwhelmed. And that's when I remember, like, it's okay to take breaks, Karina, like, está bien, because that goes to, the first lesson that, like, I gotta be okay with myself to be able to pour into my children's life. So I need to be taking breaks, and it's okay, and it's completely okay if one day you say, you know what, guys, today we're gonna be in our pajamas all day, we're gonna build forts, we're going to bake, we're going to do something out of the ordinary, but I need a break. I need a mental break. I need to enjoy life. I need to be in the moment with my children, and I'm going to take a break. We're all going to take a break, because that means that when, we go back into our same routine, our, academics, and we start our learning, we're doing it out of a place of love. We're not doing it out of a place of frustration. So that brings me to my third important life lesson, which is, it's taught me to be more understanding to myself and more understanding to my kids. I tend to get very frustrated easily. But that's because, like, I come from a background of feeling very frustrated when things aren't going the way that you want them to go. And so I picked up on those habits. So now, as I am homeschooling, now I need to learn to be more understanding with myself and be more understanding with the children. Sometimes I get frustrated when we're working on something and the boys aren't understanding a simple, basic, thing. But in all reality, this is the first time that they are being exposed to this. So I have to learn to take a step back and start looking at things with perspective. Karina, you already know this. The boys don't. And start settling down. I walk away if I need to walk away, But it's teaching me to be more patient, to understand where their difficulties are coming from, to understand that, wait, Karina, you're the one that's getting frustrated. Now let's take a step back. Y luego regresamos, and then we'll come back, And it's been challenging. It's been hard. I've been doing so well right now, staying consistent with my morning routines as a mother, as the woman, as the one individual person that I am, to take care of myself so I can pour it into my family, It's been a challenging part to be a little bit more patient, yes. But it's going great, and I hope that these 3 life lessons that are teaching me with homeschooling can help you mothers, understand that all of these feelings are normal. And I have experienced these throughout these 2 years of full on being present with my boys 24/7. Some days are a lot better than others. Some days, we are having fun, we're loving it. Some days we're not having it. And on those days that we're not having it, it's those days that I like to take a step back. And if it means that we're not doing homeschool that day, we're going to try again tomorrow. That's what it means. If it means that we're going to do our, learning in the evening, that's what it means, And that satisfying part when the boys are being taken out into the real world and they are able to identify those those things that they are learning at home and be able to practice them out in the real world is the most satisfying feeling you will ever feel as a mother. And it's those days that will remind you, like mama, it's gonna be okay. So, that is all. Those are my 3 lessons that I have learned, and I'm still learning, and I think I am gonna continue learning. I'm gonna continue to learn up until I'm an old woman. So, well, chicas, these are my 3 very important life lessons I have learned. And you know what? I wouldn't trade it for the world. Because not only my boys are learning, mama is learning too. Mama is learning so many things about herself that are going to help the boys. And, if they grow, I grow. So that is right there is the most satisfying part of this all. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you mamas on my next video. And remember, we are perfectly imperfect. We are powerful. We are powerful mothers. Y recuerden, hermosas, que somos perfectamente imperfectas. Somos poderosas y más que nada somos madres poderosas. Las quiero. Bye bye.